So we're back with PMZ3 Cross Rainbows seeds. These are the 5 that come up. It's been 2 weeks now. It's the 27th of June. So these have stood the test of time, but we definitely need to get them out of this tray here. So today we're going to transplant them 5 pots into the Playground Light Mix substrate. So these have been in here for roughly 2 weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. And yeah, they're looking all right. Some of them are a little bit malnourished at the bottom. This one's got like a bit of a weird structure. Kind of come up a little bit bent with 3 leaves. Don't really know what's going on there, but it seems healthy. It's just had a bit of a struggle getting out the seed, I think. This one's looking all right. The first leaves come out looking nice, but then these second round here have kind of a little bit deformed, so not too sure what's happened there either. But it has been really hot here now. The temperature's just getting up past 30 degrees again in Spain. 33 at night. Sometimes it's ridiculous when the tent's on. I've had to switch the light cycles so that they're off during the day and then they're on during night, just because it's a little bit cooler with that kind of a light cycle. Overall, the plants are going to start struggling for the next 2 months now. I've been saying it since the start of season 1, there's no AC in this gaff, so we have to do our best. But I am riding that 30 degrees line. And some of the plants are not going to be able to make it. Hopefully, maybe if these ones have germinated in that heat, then they might be a little bit more resistant to the temperatures increasing. But we'll just have to see. As you all know, it's nature here and it's got to do our best. So today, we'll get these in here. We'll get them back under the Mars T5 LEDs. And then after that, we need to repot these 3. So this is the G-Wiz, and this is another G-Wiz clone. These were the 2 monster crop clones that we did a while ago. As you remember, we chipped out all the bud from underneath there, and we ended up getting all of these monster crop shoots. So that's just what we want for a good next round of clones. In the back here, we've got the Queen of the South, but this is in a smaller pot, so it's definitely getting malnourished. You can see it's going green there. So we're gonna stick these in. I've got 2 spare 11-litre pots. I have to find 1 more, so I think I'll have to use a fabric pot. But that's the deal of the day, so let's get cracking. Alright fam, we are back in the flower tent. It's the 13th of July and these are roughly done. Probably going to give them another week or so, but they're all looking nice and frosty. PMZ, it's taking a little bit of malnourishment here and it was also fading quite a lot, but it absolutely stinks. It's greasy, it's chemically. The buds are only tiny on this one, but they are solid. Absolutely stinking. Some of these over here, so as you can see, they're definitely about done. Just another week or two and they'll be decent, smelling like glue, Skittles, chemical intense. This one here is the Queen of the South. This one's looking pretty decent, nice and bulky. Again, just got another week or two left on this, but definitely showing form now, so I'm happy about that. The only downside to this tent is this. About a week and a half ago, I have no idea what happened. Everything just started to die, it started to dampen off. Every time I put water in it, it just wasn't evaporating. It's absolutely roasting in here, so the fact that it didn't take up any water, maybe it was too hot, maybe I waterlogged it, or maybe it was just a total nutrient lockout. Either way, what we thought was the PMZ2, it actually ended up being a chicken and waffles, but either way, RIP. So we're going to dodge that off. We do have some nice buds here though. These are solid and stinking, so we should get a nice yield off that. As you can see, buds are everywhere. Buds there, buds there. So they're alright, they're not too bad, but they're solid. So nice little popcorn batch, that'll do. This Queen of the South is looking epic. Really healthy, nice and fresh, smelling really lemony, kind of trop cherry, Tropicana, cherry and a bit gassy. Overall very lemony right now. So I think in the next couple of days I'm just going to chop this one out. It's definitely done. We'll move these three to the back and then we'll bring in another plant. So that's it for the flower tent. Not a bad harvest, definitely looks stressed to death. Like I said, it's so roasting in here. It's been 32, 33 max, no AC. So in the next couple of months we should be coming up to winter, and then the next one will be a bit better, hopefully. Heat stress massively, but it's all good. We will end up with some nice stinky buds there. In the bedroom we have, these are the PMZ Herm crossed rainbows. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully out of those 5, one of them's a female. We put in some new seeds in the ground as well. That's the RS11. That's the one with the 3 stalks. It's like a 3-leaf clover. It's coming out crazy. That's a good old classic structure there for the candy. Lemon cherry sherb is not looking good. No idea what's going on there. And the blue sherb is definitely stunted. Seeds didn't really come up, but everything's green. It should make its way. These 5 here will be the next ones, the next main event, so we'll see. Hopefully we get a female. If we find any females, we buzz in. If we find any males, we'll pull them out. If they all look like they're female and then Herm at the end, we'll just be devastated. But that's the game. These have been pollinated by a hermaphrodite seed that came as a feminized seed, so maybe it was stressed and it just flipped, or maybe it is something to do with the genetics and we just, who knows, maybe it could be something to do with the genetics, or it could have just been something to do with stress. But either way, we'll find out when we flip these to flower. Make sure we get a couple of clones off them first and they'll be good to go. Back downstairs in the basement, bro. Still have the 2 G-Wiz monster crops. They need to be repotted soon and definitely get out of here. And at the back we have the backup Queen of the South. So these 2, or these 3 maybe, 2 of these will go back upstairs to flower, and the other 5 random that we don't know what they are, we'll have to get them in there as well. Overall we've got loads of plants, loads of material to flower, so let's just crack on with it. It's just a time and space. Once we get through to the next stage, we'll get all of them flowered plants back down here. We'll get all this in there for drying, and then some of these plants will get cloned and the others will go upstairs back into the flowering tent, keeping that perpetual cycle going. I'm thinking that the perpetual cycle of multiple strains He's kind of proving a bit difficult and a bit stressful. So maybe the next round we might just do all the same strain. Doing multiple strains in an environment where the temperature and the humidity are swinging can cause lots of issues. Each strains obviously reacts differently, and it's just the way how it goes. So it's ultimately you get a better idea of what's going on when you're looking at one strain, when all strains are all different levels of yellow and green and all over the place. It all needs different feeding. So we're going to try and get them all uniform and get them all on a blanket schedule and get everything done at the same time, making sure that overall the canopy is even, the leaves are dark and green, which leaves a great base to do some flowers. So we just have to keep on that, and I'll keep you updated as and when it happens. But right now, proper busy day, gotta get back to work. Just a little update. So it's the day after, it's the 14th of July, and this chicken and waffles needs to go. It's the middle of the day, but as we can see, it's dead. It's absolutely stuck, and it's starting to smell bad in here now. So these are doing all right still. We've got some nice buds here. These are all doing great. Nice little Buddhas. These should be done in maybe a week or something, but very, very close. They're all fading, as you can see. But this one is fuck-a-doodle dude. So I'm going to cut it out now. Let's see how we can do this. The stem's pretty hench, but we'll see. Need to get right through that. Alright. Nice little support here as well. So, the dead chicken and waffles. I honestly have no idea what happened with this. It was looking sweet a week ago, and then I had a friend stay for a while, about 5 or 6 days. I was just out, I didn't really give the plants much attention. It was due the next schedule of feeding, so it was going up to an extra 4 mil. So I just hit it with the new highly increased nutrient schedule and flooded out the pot. And yeah, I think it just locked out, or maybe I just put too much water in it and it didn't drain out. Maybe it was too hot, too wet, too much nutrients. Who knows? But it's not even worth saving. There's barely anything on that. Not even like, you know, so that'll just go in the compost. And then what we might do is harvest these in, say, a couple of days. I don't know. They're looking pretty ready. They're all looking really nice. Yeah, I got those orange pistils in there. Oh, I don't know. But we do have space here now. So what I am going to do is remove this net, pull these back, and then we've got a little bit of space in the front there for either the G-Whiz or another Queen of the South. So I think I might do the G-Whiz in a big 5-gallon pot and then use the other G-Whiz for clones. And then we should have enough space for the 5 PMZ cross rainbows. So we'll go and check these out now. So these are the 5 seeds. I literally just topped them yesterday. So we'll see what happens with these. We should get some clones off them before we flip them to flower. But they're definitely on the way. They're looking nice and healthy. How are they feeling? Oh, they're pretty light as well. They're drinking well. So I might even repot these, get these in some bigger pots. And then when that tent is done for the main flower, we'll stick these in there, take a clone or 2. Once I've just topped them here, so we'll wait for these 2 shoots to come up. And once those 2 shoots come up, then we'll get some clones off them and throw them into flower in bigger pots. The seeds here that we've done, the RS11 cross Kush Mints. That was the 3-leaf clover, had the mad structure on it with 3 leaves. If you've ever seen 3 green cotyledons at the bottom there, you can see them. 3 leaf structure, but now it's starting to go a little bit mental here, so who knows. But a 3-leaf structure could create a 3-node branch, so maybe it's higher in yield, who knows. I've never had a 3-leaf one, apparently they're pretty rare. I've seen other people have one, but let's see how this one turns out. So that's the RS11 cross Kush Mints. That's the same Kush Mints as the PMZ, it's just that was the permanent marker cross. So this one is the RS11 cross. This one is Candy Candy. This is a Runts cross by Cookies, looking super healthy and nice. This one, Lemon Cherry Sherbet, this is also from Cookies, but who knows what is going on with that. It come up and then it just went all weird, but I think eventually that should grow out. It's looking all right, it's just a bit deformed in some way, I don't know. This one is taking its sweet time. This one is, they all went in at the same time, these 4, and this one is just taking forever. It was really yellow and malnourished, but I just kept feeding it, and eventually something should come out of there, and we can see now in the middle we've got the 2 extra leaves coming up there, so it's definitely starting to germinate properly. That is what we want. So whether they come out, it doesn't matter. We've got time for these, but these ones are the next up. So that's the update from the cupboard grow. 5 unknown rainbows across PMZs. Are they hermaphrodite? Are they feminine? Are they masculine? We will find out, but at least we know I've put 4 feminized seeds in here just as a backup, so if any of these all fucking herm out and go dodgy, then at least we've got some new ones backed up, some new flavors. And that's about it for the cupboard grow. And we are back down in the basement grow. Okay, still got a few hours for these lights to come on yet, but it should be all right, they're in veg. So this is what we got here. Just turn this down. Right, here are the 2 Gee-Whiz monster crops. Finally, they are a beast. Look at all the shoots coming off them, shoots everywhere. But as you can see, they're starting to get a little bit more malnourished now. But these monster crops are insane. This is what I was saying. Look at how many shoots come off it once they've pulled through. I'll get one out here. Check that out, it is a monster. So we've got enough material there for loads of clones, loads of heads, loads to flower, branch after branch after branch after branch with the old monster crops. Now this is the thing with the monster crop, they take months, but this has been going for about 3 months now. But you can see, definitely get a lot of material out of it. Look at that structure there, it's still busting out. I've trimmed this out loads, but what we'll do is when we get this into a bigger pot, we'll trim all of this dead bush out here, and then we'll just focus all the energy back to the tops, and we'll get it ready for flower in a bigger pot. I've got a second one, Gee-Whiz. There we go. So it's still doing sweet. A little bit of malnourishment, again, it needs a bigger pot. But I don't know if you remember, I'll put a little picture up on the screen now of us cutting all those buds out a couple of months ago. But yeah, as you can see, they do fatten up and they do the job. So we've got enough material there for loads of clones and to flower the Gee-Whiz next. And we've also got the Queen of the South. This is always a good keeper. We trimmed all that out earlier, and that's pretty much ready for flower as well. So we've got enough material going through to the next stage. Just have to organise ourselves and make sure that everything is ready to move on to the next stage at the right time. If I harvest those plants upstairs in roughly around a week, then overall we can get these cloned and back in within, say, 2 weeks. We need to kind of adjust from a transplant and a bit of a trim before we flip to flower. But there is a Queen of the South in there already that we need to kind of get harvest. So I might just give it another week or so, we'll see. just get everything sorted, plants after plants after plants. These plants wait for no one, they just crack on. So I've got to get them ready. Next stage is coming, and then when all this is empty, we can then, as always, bring the flowered plants downstairs and they'll dry in here. Boom. Right, so we're back downstairs in the basement grow. The humidity this morning was 99%. Look at that. 99%, and that's not just in here, that's in those meters as well. So we need to bring in the dehumidifier, and that's going to be at around 55%. So we'll keep that down there. That'll just suck all the moisture out, which is what we want. Today we've got the G-Wiz Monster Crop. Doing alright, the old G-Wiz. Last night, off camera, I decided to strip the other G-Wiz. So chopped all the leaves off it, and this is what we've ended up with. So this is perfect. We don't want any of these bottom nodes, just want the top heads here. So everything has just got the first two tops. We've trimmed all that out. That'll create good aeration and perfectly push all the energy up to the top of the plant. So we're going to do the same with this one today. Just going to chop it all out, get it ready. Either way, this is good for cloning. These are all perfect viable clones now, or it's perfect to go into flower. So we're only going to flower one of these, and then the other one will be the clones. So we'll strip this out, we'll see the structure, we'll see which one's bigger and better for flower. I'm thinking it's going to be this one. It looks like it's a little bit wider. This one will be good for clones. So we sorted the humidity out. Now I need to get on some trimming. I'll pop you on a time lapse and you'll see how I go through this plant branch by branch and make it perfect for clones or for flower. Let's go. incredibly drastic. But overall, it definitely is beneficial for the plant. All of those branches and all of those extra nodes here, they was all taking up energy. You know, bugs love to go in there. Look how dense it is. It's so dense. So it's not necessary. We can strip all of that off and focus all of this stuff right to the top here. So this is exactly what we want. This one's a little bit of a straighter form, which is why I think we'll use that for the clones. And then this one is the one that will go into flower. We'll put it in a big pot. We'll tie it down a little bit sideways and we'll spread that out. We have a good few heads on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 heads. That's sweet. We'll get it in a big enough pot, get it in some all mix, make sure we amend it right. So there we go. That's the G-Whiz sorted for the next round. All we've got to do now is maintain this humidity and temperature, try and bring the temperature down, which is basically impossible, but we can manage the humidity and the airflow. So once we do that, we'll try and get it locked in here. This will become the drying space, and these 2 plants will go upstairs for flower and for cloning.